Joel Naff says he is not running any sponsors on his car tonight to put all the focus on those who have sacrificed so much. All right, heat number 1. The lineup will be Ryan Nesbitt up front, Nathan Brown in second, Michael Crocker in third, Skylar Massey fourth, and DJ Kenner starting in fifth. Looks like we will have looks like we'll have 3 heats, so we might have a consolation feature. We'll have to wait and see. And you definitely want to stick around after the 305s are done. We will move on to 358. Same track, different cars, same chaos. And then we will have even more chaos when they go to Bristol for the Enduro. That promises to be a wild race. Looks like everybody, I believe, is gridded. Just waiting for the... And it looks like Nathan Brown is actually trying to get the pace truck moving. He's tired of waiting. Either that or he was trying to get a head start and it didn't work right. All right, as mentioned, the first green flag lap will be silent. One more time around for the pace truck, then he will pull off there and turn forward. Notice on this track has some oddities. You've got a big drop off the back. There is no barrier on the back straightaway. If you go off, you go way off. Same in turn 1, but you can get back on track a little bit easier from turn 1. And if you go off in turn 3 and 4, you're going to hit that wall that's way out there, and your car is going to be toast. They do have a couple of fast repairs available, but that'll put them behind. And the pace truck is dropping off now. We will go silent as the green flag drops. Lap number 1 of the night is in the books, and Nathan Brown already off the front. The battle right now is back here for second. Skylar Massey and Ryan Nesbitt. They are no strangers running next to each other nose to tail as Skylar Massey looks to the inside, can't get any grip, loses some momentum, and here comes newcomer Michael Crocker up to the high side in the 53 car. He's got a run. Massey is losing a lot of ground here. Meanwhile, Ryan Nesbitt trying to close back up on Nathan Brown. And he's doing it. He is closing that gap down very quickly. Will he have enough time to get to him, and will he be able to get around him is the question. He gets right to the back bumper in the middle 1 and 2. Loses a lot on the back straightaway, though. Nathan Brown running a much higher line, carrying a lot of momentum. Back in third, there is Michael Crocker. Skylar Massey still right there, as is DJ Kenner. They are all right there together. Ryan Nesbitt was gaining on the leader. He has lost quite a bit of ground. Now the battle with 3 to go is the 3rd, 4th, and 5th place. As Skylar Massey trying to get back to 3rd place now. Can't quite get there yet, but he keeps looking to the inside. Ryan Nesbitt has moved up high, trying to close the gap. 2 laps to go. I don't know if he is going to be able to make it. White flag is out for Nathan Brown. He is off the front. He has got a good run going here. Ryan Nesbitt in second. Michael Crocker in third. Skylar Massey currently running fourth. And DJ Kenner fifth. Bit of a different race than what we're used to seeing. Heat number 1 is Nathan Brown. Bit of a surprise to see Skylar Massey back there as well as DJ Kenner at the back of the field. All right, heat number 2, Trevor Burge and Kevin Martin on the front row. Brian Mansfield and Graham Nucky on the second row. Justin Glover on the third row. As they get gridded up, looks like the pace truck is gonna get going before any of them get too impatient and try and push him down the front straightaway. And Justin Glover jumps his Marine Corps green truck, or 305, excuse me, off the banking. We've seen Trevor Burge the last couple of weeks in the 358s. He's been a pretty competitive in the 358s, battled for several wins here, but haven't seen him in the 305 yet, so we'll get to see what he can do with that car. And we didn't see anybody in heat number 1 go over the berm. We'll see if anybody does in heat number 2. I guarantee you somebody will in the feature. Pace truck is in. Green flag is in the air. Heat number 2 underway. They are side by side down into turn 1. And they're staying side by side all the way around. Lap number 1, they're side by side, but Kevin Martin gets a run up on the high side and manages to get a nose in front of Trevor Burge. Brian Mansfield up to third now. Justin Glover has got up to fourth. Graham Nucky just sent it in there and then gets turned around. We'll see if no caution yet. Looks like Graham Nucky might be having some additional problems here, but no caution yet. He manages to get it straight and on the bottom. Yes, sir. I am commentating. Trevor Burge in second, trying to hold on to the back, and here comes Brian Mansfield. He is starting to close back up on the 2 leaders right now. Justin Glover trying to close back up. Graham Nucky is down there a lap down currently. Heat number 2, just got 2 laps left to go. So far the heats have been very clean, but we know once we hit the 30-lap feature, things are going to get substantially more wild out here. White flag is in the air, and Trevor Burge is right back to the back bumper of Kevin Martin. He's looking down to the inside on the final lap. Gets off into turn 3 on the low side, trying to carry the momentum. Can't do it. Kevin Martin by a half a car length at the line. Brian Mansfield comes home third, Justin Glover fourth, and Graham Nucky comes home fifth. Heat number 3 will be Michael Whiting and Jim Johnson on the front row. Brandon Veers, Joel Naff on the second row, and Patrick Coluccio rounding out the field. And here they come rolling off. We did see Michael Whiting running a special paint scheme tonight. Joel Naff mentioned he has no sponsors on the card tonight in honor of Memorial Day. Didn't want to take any attention away from anybody. Coluccio has his dad's name on the front. One more time around, pace truck will drop off. Won't be able to tonight. No, I do not. Nope, just here on iRacing. Pace truck dropping off. Green flag in the air again. Heat number 3 is underway. And Michael Whiting gets out in the front. We've mentioned it the last couple of weeks. If Michael Whiting gets clean air, he tends to run away here. Jim Johnson managed to work his way up to second on the back straightaway, and he is flying. Joel Naff back there in third. Patrick Coluccio just hanging out at the back for the moment. I'm sure we'll see him up front before this is all said and done. But meanwhile, up front, Michael Whiting is about to have his hands full. Jim Johnson is right there. And there's a battle going on for third as Joel Naff and Brandon Veers are going at it. Oh, a little bit of a bump through 3 and 4. Brandon Veers loses it, and he has to get it straightened back out. Meanwhile, back up front, Michael Whiting has gotten away finally from Jim Johnson. Third place is Joel Naff currently. Patrick Coluccio now up to fourth, and Brandon Veers, after the incident, drops back to fifth. And I do believe at the moment Michael Whiting has the fastest lap, not only of his heat, but of the entire night so far. Coming down, he will get 2 to go, this time by. Jim Johnson still trying to follow. It looks like Jim is actually trying to follow Michael's exact line around here, trying to pick up some kind of speed. But as they come to the white flag, he is not closing up enough. 0.8 of a second back to second. Now we've got a battle for third going on as Patrick Coluccio has caught up to Joel Naff, but up front it is going to be Michael Whiting at the line. Jim Johnson comes home second. Joel Naff pulls off third. Patrick Coluccio fourth. Brandon Veers comes home in fifth. All right, warm-up time. Don't forget to check out our website there at the bottom, htsai.net and outlawsunited.com. We will have the fundraising going on for the Outlaws. Have the fundraiser going on June 21st for the Cancer Memorial for Skylar Massey's mom, shooting to raise over $2,000 in that fundraiser starting tomorrow. And in addition to that, you can find our entire broadcast schedule and the new free setup information, all that fun stuff at htsai.net. You can get free iRacing setups there. I do not work for a wrap company. However, Skylar Massey, one of the drivers out here, has painted a lot of these cars, and he's painted a couple of cars for me as well. Loud Wraps. You can definitely check them out. He is on Facebook. And he does some great paint. I know that 25 car was painted by Loud Wraps. Let's see what other ones we can highlight here tonight. Skylar Massey's Memorial Day paint there. You see that red, white, and blue. That obviously he painted that one. Looking to see what other ones here have the Loud Wraps logo on them. You don't want me to paint anything. It would be ugly. Ryan Nesbitt running in that gray one. If we get a chance to talk to Skylar after the race, we'll have to ask him which all the cars in the field he has painted. But you can check out Loud Wraps all on Facebook. And you can look on our Facebook page and you'll be able to find a couple mentions of Loud Raps out there. Kevin Martin is a Loud Rap. Jim Johnson is a Loud Rap. Oh, I get it. Duh. I thought you guys were just poking fun at him there for a second. Okay, so Jim Johnson is a Loud Rap. And there is the yellow one. And Kevin Martin also running his Loud Rap paint scheme. I had forgotten about that. Is Kevin Martin's new paint scheme he just started with last week in both this and the 358s. And that thing is really, really cool. I'm actually really kind of jealous of that paint scheme and kind of wish I'd thought of it first. All right, warm-up is over, and it is time to go racing. Up front, we'll have Ryan Nesbitt and Michael Whiting on the front row, then Kevin Martin, Nathan Brown on the second row, Trevor Burge and Jim Johnson on the third row, Michael Crocker and Brian Mansfield on the fourth row, Joel Naff and Skylar Massey rounding out the top 10. Then Justin Glover and Patrick Coluccio, 11th and 12th. 13th is DJ Kenner, Graham Nucky is 14th, and Brandon Veers, another newcomer this week, he is starting 15th. And if you didn't see the pro late model race that the Outlaws ran last Wednesday, you can find that on our YouTube channel. That was definitely a wild race. Don't forget to stick around after the 305s. We'll have a short break. We'll be back with the 358 big blocks. And immediately after that, we will have the Enduro Insanity from Bristol. If you haven't seen an Outlaw Enduro, you're really missing out, and you'll definitely want to watch that. All right, Pace Truck is driving off the track finally. Ryan Nesbitt, Michael Whiting going to lead them down. Green flag is in the air. We are underway. 30 laps to go, and it's already getting a little sketchy, and we're already looking 3 wide at the front. Nathan Brown trying to make it all the way to the front in the first turn. Can't quite get there. He is up to second, though. He is going to bring... No, they get clear, but there is a huge mess back here with Skylar Massey. Brian Mansfield up there on the high side. Skylar Massey on the bottom. Michael Whiting has lost several positions. He is right there in front of this group. Kevin Martin still in third. Nathan Brown has picked up 2 positions. He is now up to second, but Ryan Nesbitt is walking away from the field at the moment. Back here a little further back, things are getting really dicey. Everybody side by side. DJ Kenner gets into the side. I believe that's Joel Naff in the 1. It is. They get together. Joel Naff loses several positions, and now they're looking... They were briefly 4 wide. 2 just went off the track. I believe it's the 2 of the newer guys, Joel Naff and... And unfortunately, they got yeeted off the track together. Back up front, Ryan Nesbitt still walking away from this because they cleared the track. No caution comes out. Ryan Nesbitt and Nathan Brown starting to open up quite a lead over third place Kevin Martin. Trevor Burge is 4th. Brian Mansfield is 5th. 6th place is Skylar Massey. Michael Whiting is in 7th. Jim Johnson is currently 8th. Patrick Coluccio starting to pick up some positions. He's now up to 9th. Michael Crocker is in 10th. And this is a wild mess back here. Justin Glover has been back and forth. He was behind some of that chaos and has managed to work his way back up. He currently runs in 11th. And let's take a lap with Skylar Massey for a moment. As he comes out of turn 2, and caution comes out. Every time we try and ride along in these 305s. Every time. Alright, Michael Whiting. Oh, Michael Whiting hits the wall coming off turn 4, ends up on his side. Will it be able to stick the landing and correct? No, he is not. Can't get it to flip over with tire spin. He had to get a tow. So we'll have to attempt another ride along once they go green. He ran away like a love story. That is my favorite comment ever. It's almost like you can hear him singing a Taylor Swift song. I only know that it would be a Taylor Swift song because I have 4 daughters. Ryan Nesbitt currently at the front. Nathan Brown in second. Kevin Martin in third as they begin to stack back up for the restart. Trevor Burge is fourth. Mansfield fifth. Skylar Massey is sixth. Patrick Coluccio has picked up several positions. He's now up to seventh. Biggest mover so far tonight, Coluccio. Michael Crocker is in eighth. Justin Glover is in ninth. He's picked up a couple positions. DJ Kenner in 10th. Graham Nucky 11th, Jim Johnson 12th, Joel Naff, Brandon Veers are 13th and 14th back on track. Michael Whiting still on pit road as the pace car drops off. Green flag back in the air, and here they go again. This time it's going to be Nathan Brown on the inside. Nathan trying to get a good jump and running away. Meanwhile, back mid-pack, they were getting really sketchy coming through 1 and 2. Everybody managing to keep them all going the right way, at least for the moment, but so much sliding around. As we've got the 53 way up there on the edge. Almost had another car off the track there. The 11 of Brian Mansfield. Oh! Brian Mansfield gets into the side of Skylar Massey. Looked like Brian tried to cut underneath of him, and Skylar just got turned. Several cars collected. The 99 got collected. Can't tell who that is back behind them. Several cars involved. Skylar, that's Michael Crocker, and it looks like Patrick Coluccio might have caught some of that. I thought I saw him in there. Yes. Yep, Patrick Coluccio got spun there in the 99. He managed to get going. He was charging towards the front prior to that caution. That's going to set him back quite a ways. He's now being scored back in 12th. Skylar Massey and Michael Crocker both on pit road. Michael Whiting, let's see, is back out on track now. Michael Whiting being scored 4 laps down. Massey and Crocker both a lap down. Hopefully we'll be able to get back out here. Meanwhile, Nathan Brown, Ryan Nesbitt continue to leave, but now Trevor Burge has made his way up to 3rd after starting in 5th. Kevin Martin back to 4th. Brian Mansfield, no surprise here, he is now up to 5th. And DJ Kenner charging his way to the front as always. I swear if DJ ever gets good at qualifying and the heat races, has a little bit of luck in a heat race, he will just be off the front and gone at the start of every feature. Green flag in the air again. We're going to have 12 laps to go when they cross the line. Nathan Brown down into turn 1. Ryan Nesbitt on the outside. And we've got someone, look like Kevin Martin was just hanging onto the edge of the track. He was up so high as the track is slicking off up on that high line. And we saw it slick off a lot faster in the Pro Late models last week due to those bigger, heavier cars. We've got a pile up mid-pack here. And we've got a car in the wall. Believe it was Coluccio. It was Patrick Coluccio. After a really good start to the race, he just gets up on the top of the berm and gets sent into the pit wall. Had a really good start to the run, but now he is out of contention here. We'll see if he can come back in the 358s. Meanwhile, Nathan Brown off the front, Ryan Nesbitt right behind him, and Trevor Burge is now a 3-car breakaway. Kevin Martin is 1.2 seconds behind the top 3. The top 3 are all within 0.8 of a second right now. Jim Johnson, we saw him come on very strong. Brian Mansfield just went off track. Brian Mansfield off track with 6 laps to go. He will be out of contention. He had worked his way up to 5th. DJ Kenner now up to 6th place after that. Justin Glover is 7th. Justin's going for 6th here. He is going to take the position from DJ. Now he's got to try and run down Jim Johnson and Kevin Martin. Up front, these 3 have not changed. Trevor Burge is starting to lose touch with those 2 leaders just a little bit. We saw him right on the back of Ryan Nesbitt just a few laps ago. Now he is losing ground, but both of them are losing ground to Nathan Brown as they come to 4 to go. Nathan Brown has that high line, carries more momentum up off the turn. He moves low, trying to get some more grip, and Ryan Nesbitt closes way up to the back bumper that time. And with 2 laps to go, it really has become a cat and mouse game between Nathan Brown and Ryan Nesbitt. They keep changing their lines, and Ryan Nesbitt loses a lot of ground. Here comes Trevor Burge on the outside. And they've got the lap car, Brian Mansfield, in the way as they get the white flag. Brian Mansfield moving up high. Nathan Brown, though, he is off the front, coming to the checkered flag. It looks like he is going to take it. Who's going to take second? It will be Nesbitt. So it's Nathan Brown first, Ryan Nesbitt second, Trevor Burge third, Kevin Martin is 4th, Jim Johnson is 5th, Justin Glover comes home in 6th, DJ Kenner is 7th. Both of those guys picking up several positions. 8th is Joel Neff. Heck of a recovery after the early incident. Graham Nucky is 9th. Brandon Veers comes home 10th. Skylar Massey, Brian Mansfield, Michael Whiting, Patrick Coluccio, and Michael Crocker round out the field. And somebody better tell Nathan Brown to get back on the track. Nathan, if you're listening, get back out there and celebrate the Outlaw way. Thank you. We'll talk to our top 3 here in just a moment, but if you've never seen the Outlaws celebrate, well, there's not. The only thing better than watching the Outlaws celebrate is the Outlaw Enduros. I enjoy this entirely too much. All right. We are going to try and... Oh, there. He just hopped up as I was looking for him. Trevor Burge, great 3rd place finish tonight, buddy.
Thank you. I feel pretty good about it. I'm not comfortable in the sprints, so I'll take it. I'll take what I can get.
We saw you come charging through the field a couple of times tonight, but you're not comfortable in the sprints. I would hate to see what you look like when you are comfortable.
Oh, yeah. I'm not a sprint fan. I'm not going to lie. They're not my favorite, but it was a lot of fun, and I like running with these guys. They're a good group, so...
Well, it was definitely a great finish, a great run there. You actually got right to the back bumper of Ryan Nesbitt with about 5 laps to go. Just couldn't find a way around him. I noticed he kept changing his lineup. Was that what kind of threw you?
I mean, he was just hard to get around. He ran a great race. Nathan ran a good race. Kevin and I battled for a long time. It was good all the way around. I felt like everybody tried to give each other room, at least up front. Everybody ran really good. No complaints. Ryan just had a better line than me. He got me.
All right, man. Well, I know you'll be out there in full force in the 358s here in just a little bit.
Yeah, I like 358, so I'm hoping to make that one. But thank you guys. Thank you for broadcasting, Doug. Thank you for the league. These guys are great. Thank you to Dirt Affliction. That's my team. And Burge Graphics.
All right, man. Congratulations. Second place, Ryan Nesbitt has joined us as well. Congratulations, Ryan.
Thanks, Doug.
It looked like on that before that first caution, you and I believe it was Whiting ran away with the early part of the race, and then that caution came out, and you actually had to do some battling after that.
Yeah, I had a good run there at the beginning, and saw that caution come out. I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. So, but made a wrong decision on the line choice there too. Told Nathan I was gonna take the outside, and that did not work out.
Well, I have to tell you, the funniest comment I've ever seen in one of my broadcasts yet came from that runaway of you and Michael Whiting, and it was, hang on, let me read it so I make sure I read this appropriately to you, because I knew you'd get a laugh out of this. You two ran away like it was a love story.
That's a good one.
I got a huge laugh out of that, but still a great night, great points night as you came in second in points, 7 points behind Brian Mansfield, and with Brian finishing a lot further back tonight, you're going to pick up, actually, quick math, I think you'll actually take the points lead.
Oh, well, that's good to hear. It's not something I'm thinking about right now. It's just taking it one race at a time. But no, it was great racing tonight. Congratulations to Nathan. Trevor was awesome at the end there. We had a good run. But thank you everything, Doug.
All right, man. Congratulations. And Nathan Brown. I have to say that last few laps, every time Ryan Nesbitt got to you, it almost looked like you had a secret second gear in there. You just kind of took off again.
Yeah. I was looking in my rearview mirror every turn because he was getting closer and closer, and I had to pick different lines, and it just stuck.
Well, I did notice the last about 3 laps, you've been running up top most of the race, and then you dropped down and ran that low line, and you just kind of took off when you did.
Well, I think whenever I did that, whenever I first did that, it kind of slowed him up, and then the third place guy, he caught up there, and they were fighting it out, and that's what made me get away there a little bit.
Well, congratulations. Heck of a win here tonight, and also a points boost for you. I do believe you'll move into second place, and you may actually be tied with Ryan Nesbitt after this race with this win, with him coming in second, you coming in first. Both of you will pass Brian Mansfield, and I think you'll be tied for second, or either tied for first or 1 point behind in second.
Oh, that's nice to hear too as well. Last week was a horrible week for me. I got into a wreck, so it's good to get a win out of this one.
All right, man. Well, congratulations. I know you'll be up front once we get back into the 358s here in a bit.
Oh, I doubt that. I don't run them very much.
Well, good luck, buddy, and congratulations on a great win.
Hey, thank you, and thanks for broadcasting.
My pleasure. Quick quote from Skylar Massey. He says, "Some days you're the bug, some days you're the windshield," and he always ends up being the bug tonight. So definitely a tough night for Skylar Massey so far. We'll see if he can come back in the 358s here in just a bit. And from Aaron Mason, happy Memorial Day to all of those who have served from one vet to another. And as we mentioned, we've honored everybody we know of that all the drivers, family, and friends, and that have served and lost their lives in service of the country. And if you know somebody, drop them in the comments so during the 358 race, or during the practice for it rather, we can honor them again. And as we did in the 305 race, the first lap of the 358, heat number 1, first green flag lap will be silent to honor those who sacrificed for the country. Thank you guys for watching. Stick around for the 358. Stick around for the Enduro later. You're not going to want to miss either of those races. And we will be back with you shortly. Don't go anywhere. In fact, hit the share button, the like, the subscribe, all that other fun stuff while you're at the snack bar.